Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that a professional video that used to cost $10,000 now costs just 10? We are about to break down one of the most unbelievable economic shifts happening in the creative world right now.
So, on one hand, you have the old way, a traditional film crew, a $10,000 investment for one video. And on the other hand, AI, the same quality for 10 bucks. And no, you heard me right, that is not a typo. This is the new reality.
And just to be crystal clear, we're not talking about some little discount here. It's not 50% cheaper. It's not even 90% cheaper. We are talking about a cost reduction of 99.9%. That's basically a total collapse of the old way of pricing things.
And if that wasn't already crazy enough, this new method is also about 1,000 times faster. Something that used to take weeks of work can now be done in minutes. So to really understand how we got to this incredible $10 solution, we first need to look back at the $10,000 problem. You see, until very, very recently, professional video had this massive barrier to entry. We'll call it the $10,000 problem. It was slow, it was complicated, and it was just ridiculously expensive. So how did those costs add up so fast? Well, you needed a director, a cinematographer, a sound engineer, and that's before you even get to the thousands in equipment rentals and the weeks of post-production. Every single person, every piece of gear just added to a bill that flew past $10,000 without even blinking. But now we have the $10 solution. And this isn't just some cheap alternative, it's a complete revolution. It's all being driven by AI video tools that have completely rewritten the rules of the game. Think about it. For what you probably spend on coffee every month, you can get access to tools like Runway ML, which is amazing at making cinematic scenes, or Pika Labs, which is great for these really imaginative visual styles, or even Synthesia, which can create a realistic AI presenter just from a script. They've taken this entire complex process that needed a team of experts and weeks of time, and they've squished it down into minutes on your laptop. Okay, let's really dive into this and break down exactly how these numbers stack up. Because when you see them side by side, the sheer scale of this disruption becomes, well, pretty undeniable. This table just lays it all out. A film crew can set you back up to $50,000 or more for one video. An AI tool? It's a simple monthly subscription. A crew needs, 20 people? AI needs 1. Equipment can run into the 6 figures. AI is in the cloud, so your cost is 0. And here's the real kicker, reshoots. Instead of another 10 grand, it costs about $1 to just regenerate a clip. It's virtually free. And the time savings are just as mind-blowing. The bar on the left, that's weeks of work. That tiny little sliver on the right, that's minutes. This visual right here is what makes that 1,000 times faster claim so real. It's not an exaggeration at all. And it's so important to get this. This isn't some far-off futuristic prediction. This transformation is happening right now. It's reshaping whole industries and careers as we speak. I mean, the proof is in the adoption rates. More than half of all content creators are already using these tools. Over a third of companies are too. This isn't some experimental niche thing anymore. It's a mainstream tool for doing business. And listen to what a real marketing agency had to say. They cut their costs by nearly 100%. They're putting out 10 times more video, and their clients can't even spot the difference. Now, to be fair, this is especially true for things like social media clips, product demos, that kind of thing. For a complex Hollywood movie, the human touch is still king, for now anyway. And what about for an individual creator? The impact is absolutely life-changing. This YouTuber went from dropping 10 grand per video to just 30 bucks, which let them produce so much more that their revenue tripled. This just blows the doors wide open for everybody. But you know, there is another side to this story. This quote from a freelance videographer, it shows the real pressure this is creating. They lost over a third of their clients before they realized they just couldn't fight this wave. But by adapting, by learning to use AI in their own work, they actually doubled their own productivity. So what does this tectonic shift actually mean for you? Because depending on your role, this is either a massive, massive opportunity or a really urgent call to adapt. So here's the bottom line. For creators, you can now seriously scale your content production by a factor of 10. For businesses, this is your chance to get a huge leg up on the competition. And for videographers, the message is pretty clear. The choice is to evolve, or you risk becoming obsolete. And that evolution
It looks like this. The role of the videographer isn't just disappearing, it's leveling up. Instead of being the camera operator, your value now is as a creative director. You're focused on the strategy, the big ideas, the vision. You're guiding the AI. Your creativity, your taste, your storytelling, that becomes your core skill, not how you operate the gear.
And this change is happening so fast. By next year, AI quality is expected to match professional crews in up to 90% of typical video projects. By 2030, that number jumps to 95%. The window to adapt is closing, and it's closing fast.
So we end with this one thought. The financial and technical walls that used to surround high-quality video production have been completely demolished. It is now 1,000 times faster and 99.9% cheaper. The only question left is, what will you create with that power?